The rain fell in sheets that Tuesday morning when Maya Torres stepped off the transport truck at Naval Base Coronado. She carried a single duffel bag over her shoulder, her dark hair pulled back in a simple ponytail, wearing standard-issue fatigues that had seen better days. At 42, she had the kind of face that could disappear in a crowd, unremarkable except for her eyes, which held the calm depth of someone who had weathered more storms than most could imagine. Lieutenant Marcus Reed saw her first. He leaned against the barracks wall, coffee in hand, watching this newcomer with undisguised contempt. Another transfer, he thought. Another person who couldn't cut it at their last posting. He'd seen dozens like her, washed-up officers riding out their time until retirement. The base didn't need dead weight, especially not now, with the Admiral's inspection scheduled for the end of the week. Maya felt his stare but didn't acknowledge it. She'd learned long ago that silence often revealed more than confrontation. She checked in at the admin building, received her temporary quarters assignment, and made her way across the compound. Whispers followed her like a shadow. The grapevine on a military base moved faster than any official communication, and within an hour everyone knew about the strange woman who'd arrived without ceremony, without the usual fanfare of introductions or credentials. By lunch, the cafeteria had become a theater of subtle cruelty. Maya sat alone at a corner table, methodically eating her meal while conversations around her grew pointed and loud. Ensign Jennifer Park, a rising star known for her sharp tongue and sharper ambitions, made sure her voice carried across the room. "I heard she got demoted at her last post." Probably couldn't handle the pressure. "Some people just aren't cut out for real service," Maya continued eating, her expression unchanged. She'd faced worse than cafeteria gossip. She'd commanded destroyer squadrons through hostile waters, made decisions that cost lives and saved thousands more, and carried scars both visible and hidden from 24 years of service. These young officers, so certain of their superiority, reminded her of who she'd once been, arrogant and untested. The harassment escalated over the next 2 days. Someone moved her gear from her assigned quarters. Her paperwork mysteriously went missing from the admin office. During a routine drill, Lieutenant Reed deliberately excluded her from the formation, leaving her standing alone while he smirked from across the yard. Maya absorbed it all without complaint, without rising to the bait, her calm unsettling those who expected anger or tears. On the third night, Maya found Ensign Park sitting alone on the pier, crying. The young woman's shoulders shook with sobs she tried to muffle. Maya could have walked away. She could have let karma run its course. Instead, she sat down beside her, maintaining a respectful distance, and waited. "My brother," Jennifer finally whispered. "He's deployed in the Gulf. His ship sent out a distress signal 6 hours ago. Communications are down. Nobody knows anything, and I'm stuck here playing these stupid power games while he might be dubbed to us." Her voice broke. Maya spoke quietly. "The waiting is the hardest part, the not knowing. I've been there. More times than I can count." She paused, choosing her words carefully. "Your brother has training. He has a crew. He has leaders who've prepared for situations like this. Have faith in that." Jennifer looked at her for the first time, really looked, and saw something in Maya's eyes that made her breath catch. This wasn't some washed-up officer. This was someone who understood command, who'd felt the weight of lives in the balance. "Who are you?" she asked. Maya smiled gently. "Someone who remembers being young and scared and desperate to prove herself. Someone who made mistakes and learned from them. Someone who hopes you won't have to learn all your lessons the hard way." The next morning, the base assembled for the Admiral's inspection. Personnel stood in crisp formation, nervousness crackling through the ranks like electricity. The command staff waited at attention near the platform where Vice Admiral Catherine Morrison was scheduled to arrive at 0900 hours. Lieutenant Reed checked his watch nervously. Ensign Park stood rigid, her eyes red from a sleepless night waiting for news about her brother. At exactly 0900, a convoy of black vehicles pulled up to the platform. Officers moved forward to greet the Admiral, their faces arranged in professional masks of respect. But the person who emerged from the lead vehicle wasn't Vice Admiral Morrison. It was Maya Torres. She wore her dress uniform now, chest adorned with decorations that told the story of an extraordinary career. The Silver Star, 2 bronze stars with valor devices, the Navy Cross, campaign ribbons from conflicts spanning 2 decades, and on her shoulders the 3 stars of a Vice Admiral. The color drained from Lieutenant Reed's face. Ensign Park's eyes widened in shock and recognition. The entire formation seemed to hold its collective breath as Admiral Torres walked to the platform. Her bearing transformed from the quiet woman they'd dismissed into the commanding presence of one of the Navy's most decorated officers. She surveyed the assembly with those calm, knowing eyes. When she spoke, her voice carried across the compound with quiet authority. Over the past 3 days, I've had the opportunity to observe this base not as your admiral, but as one of you. What I saw troubled me. I saw officers quick to judge and slow to understand. I saw cruelty masquerading as strength. But I also saw potential. I saw dedication. And I saw, in at least one of you, the capacity for change when it mattered most. Her gaze found Jennifer Park, who stood trembling. Ensign Park, your brother's ship was located 4 hours ago? All personnel are safe. He wanted you to know he's proud of you. Jennifer's tears came freely now, relief and shame mixing on her face. Admiral Torres continued, leadership isn't about how you treat those above you. It's about how you treat those you believe are beneath you. Remember that. Dismissed. As the formation broke, Maya caught Marcus Reed's eye. He approached slowly, shoulders heavy with the weight of his actions. Admiral, there's no excuse for how I behaved. I'll accept whatever discipline you see fit. Maya studied him for a long moment. Lieutenant, I'm going to give you something more valuable than punishment. I'm going to give you a chance to do better. Use it wisely. She turned to walk away, then paused. And Reed? The true measure of a person isn't whether they make mistakes. It's what they do after. The rain had stopped, and sunlight broke through the clouds, casting everything in gold.